Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today we are testing out and reviewing the newest foundation from Maybelline. This is their Super Stay Lumi-Matte foundation. It retails for $14.99, so $15 US, and you can find it in 24 different shades. I have the shade 129 to test out today. They also have this really cool, I think, new feature on their website. It may not be new, but it's the first time that I used it, and it helped me determine what shade to grab, because when it comes to drugstore foundations, I mean, I love the variety in shades and the undertones, but I hate that they don't have any testers. And so I was able to find my shade inside of an Ulta by using their online tool, and it made it super simple. Pretty sure this matches pretty well, so that's what we're going to be using for today is 129, which is a neutral undertone foundation shade. Now, as far as the details, this is a long wearing foundation, hence why the claim is right there, 30-hour wear. Not going to be wearing it for 30 hours today, but we are going to be wearing it for a solid 8+ hour day. Now, this is supposed to be a very comfortable, light as air formula with buildable coverage. The formula is sweat, water, and transfer resistant. It's also infused with amino acids, and you get a beautiful luminous matte finish. Now, before getting started, I'm going to jump off camera really quickly to color correct the under eye area before coming back and swatching, applying foundation, and all that good stuff. I'll be right back. All right, we're nice and color corrected. Let's get into this foundation. Now that is what 129 looks like on the back of my hand. Now this is what 129 looks like. And I would say that it is pretty spot on. Yeah. So that is 129 on my complexion. So let's go ahead and apply this to this side. And I'm using the Airbrush Kabuki from Sigma Beauty. This is their F85, which does leave behind a very beautiful airbrushed finish. And that's definitely what I want. So initially, I would say this is absolutely a medium coverage foundation. But I love that you have the option to build it up. So let's go ahead and do that just a little bit to see what it looks like. Typically, I would just wear the medium coverage amount because I prefer medium coverage foundations anyway. I just think they just are really good for like an everyday. You also want foundations that you have the option to like build up coverage on, you know, just for those days where you want more coverage. And this looks really nice. All right, let's bring it onto the nose. And of course, blend down to the neck. So I'm only gonna do 1/2, and that way you guys can see like a before and after up close. All right, so there we are. One side completely done, nothing on the other. Let me bring you guys in nice and close. All right, so we'll start off with this side, nothing on it. As you can see, you know, your typical unevenness. And this is after applying the foundation. It still looks like skin, still nice and luminous, but not too luminous. It doesn't look oily. It just looks very nice and hydrated and super even. So there's the close-up. As far as how it's applying, it is applying very evenly. I'm not noticing any patchiness or any stubbornness on the foundation side that is preventing it from blending out and looking airbrushed. This actually looks really pretty. And look, it was enough to even just cover the blemish there that I'm still dealing with after Ant Flow, seriously. Okay, so first impressions, which I don't love doing first impressions, just like wearing it for 30 minutes or, you know, 5 seconds and being like, oh my God, it looks so great. Because you guys know, if you've been here long enough, you know how things can change drastically from morning to night. So I hate doing that. But this looks so good. This looks so So nice. It looks so nice and light. It feels nice and light. It looks airbrushed. Everything looks nice and even. So far, I like it. So far, so good. As far as it drying down, it has, but it hasn't dried down to where it feels dry. It feels very nice and light. It truly does feel nice and light. This is a very flexible foundation. So even though it is matte, it doesn't feel matte and it doesn't look matte. So far, I'm excited to wear this all day. Let me jump off camera one last time, of course, to finish the rest of my makeup for the day, and I will be right back. All right, I am back. Makeup is done for the day. So far, so good. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say for right now, because we never know. We never know what way these reviews are gonna go. So it is currently 11:16 in the morning. You guys know the drill. I plan on wearing this all day long, like I said. Hopefully, I think like 8+, maybe 9 hours. Like, I'm gonna try to wear it as long as I can. I mean, it's supposed to last for up to 30, so 8, 9, 10 hours shouldn't be too big a deal. So far so good though. It still feels really, really nice and light. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever. It looks really good, and everything that I applied on top of it went on without an issue. I did cream here, and then I also did powder, and nothing moved. Everything still looks really good, really nice and even. It did not disrupt the foundation whatsoever, so that's always a plus, because there's nothing worse than applying your foundation and then trying to go in with like creams or powders and then everything gets really patchy. Awful. Hate it, absolutely hate it. But this one did not do that, so I'm really excited to wear this. Let's continue on with the day. You guys know the drill. I will be back here in a few hours to show you what this foundation looks like underneath natural lighting. After a few hours, see what it's doing. Is it moving around? Does it still feel nice and light? Is it wearing off? All of the things, okay? So I will see you back here in a few hours for a quick midday check-in. All right, I am back for a quick midday check-in. It is 5:24, which means that I've had this for quite some time now. But look, okay, look at my skin. Look at just how flawless it all looks. It also has not settled into like my smile lines. Not that I can see, at least. This is the situation on my forehead. I tend to get quite oily along my T-zone, but I don't feel like it is shiny, but we've got to remember this is a luminous matte foundation, so maybe it does look a little bit shinier than like it would with a matte foundation, but it's a luminous matte foundation, so it is going to give you like that, radiant type of, I just moisturized my skin type of look, but it does not feel oily. That's the thing that I'm like kind of in shock by. Also, like around the nose, I think we're still pretty solid. I think we're still pretty solid with this. So I'm going to continue to wear it for, I don't know, probably until the end of the day, like 8:30, maybe can push it to 9 o'clock to give it a nice full day. But so far, I am pleasantly surprised and I am very pleased with it. Hopefully we stay looking like this for the rest of the day. Anyway, I'll see you back here in a few more hours for my final check-in. All right, I am finally back for my end of day check-in. It is currently, what time is it? It is 8:44. I'm done with the day. I cannot wait to jump in the shower, wash everything off, and just get into bed. But before I do that, of course, you guys know the drill. I had to come back and show you what this foundation looks like after wearing it for an entire day. Now at this point, I think I'm around 9 hours, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but I mean, I know how I feel about this foundation. So before I get into that, let me zoom you all in once more so that you can get a close-up look around the face after a full day of wear with this new foundation. All right, so starting off with the left side of my face, moving on to the right side, which pretty much looks the exact same as the left. Here is the situation around my forehead. As you can see, my 11 isn't really showing, which I love because some foundations make the 11 very noticeable, but with this one, not really showing. Still doing a pretty good job at covering up that like leftover redness from the blemish that I had, which is awesome. And here we are around the mouth and nose. Around the nose, like right at the tip of the nose, I think it's worn off. For sure it's worn off. On the sides of the nose, I was gonna call out the foundation because you can see it kind of like really settling and like grouped in there. But I also, when I went in with my concealer, I kind of dragged it down a little bit further than I normally would. So I don't know if that's like a combination of the concealer and the foundation. I'm thinking yes, but just something to note around the nose. And here we are around the mouth. Didn't really accentuate my smile lines, and it also did not settle into my smile lines or break up on me along here. All right, so now with that out of the way, we can get into what I think about this foundation after wearing it all day. It's good. It's really good. I really like it. Really, really like it. It really reminds me of the Huda Beauty, the matte, like the luminous matte finish foundation that she has, the faux filter foundation. However, that one I know is like full coverage right off the bat. So with that one, it's really easy to go full coverage, go pretty heavy right away. With this one, I like the fact that it started off more as like a medium coverage foundation, and then you have the option of building it up to full coverage. I love the finish. It's not heavy. It is not cakey. It doesn't feel wet. It doesn't feel sticky. It sets to this like a very comfortable matte but not really matte finish, even though it is a matte finish and you can't feel it on the face very much. It's not like a dry matte finish. So not only does it look luminous, but it also doesn't feel matte. It doesn't feel dry. It feels very much like skin, very, very comfortable. I'm very, very happy with this foundation. I will absolutely be reaching for this, especially with the upcoming nice, humid, sweaty summer months. This one's gonna be great. So that completes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's product review and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future videos. And also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, where I absolutely love to interact with you guys. As always, take care, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah. Bye.